What's going on, everybody? Now in today's video I'm going to be ranking every single type of Rizzler. Everyone has their own unique game, everybody has their own way of approaching women, everybody has their own unique style, and this is why I'm going to be ranking every single one based on how effective they are, how good they are at actually getting these hoes, and if they're bad, why they're bad. Now first off, I want to say thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers, man. I appreciate every single one of you, everyone who engaged with my content, who commented, who liked, who subscribed. It actually means the world to me. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will continue to keep making these tier lists that you guys want to see. So yeah, without further ado, man, let's just get into the video. First of all, we have the volume shooter. Okay, this is the guy who just continuously spams volume. He doesn't necessarily have the best mouthpiece, he doesn't necessarily have the best game, but this guy will shoot so much fucking volume that eventually, like, he's gonna hit one girl, okay? Like, he's gonna be able to pull one girl. Imagine somebody who throws 1,000 fucking things at the wall, eventually one of them's gonna stick, right? The volume shooter has a mindset where it's just literally a numbers game for this guy, okay? He will go out in a single day and approach 1,000 fucking girls, and he will try to get as many numbers as possible and funnel them through. This guy has like a business system for the women, right? So he will funnel them based on low interest, high interest. This guy's just gonna shoot as much volume as possible. He doesn't give a fuck about the rejections because he doesn't even remember the girls' names that he approached. He's just shooting and shooting and shooting. And man, honestly, you gotta give it credit. The only problem with it is that it takes a lot of effort and it's kind of overwhelming, right? Like, I'm not the type of guy to talk to so many, like I'm talking 30-40 girls at the same time. It's too overwhelming for me. It's too much. I like to go for quality, not quantity. But these volume shooters, man, I'm telling you, they love their quantity, okay? They don't give a fuck about the quality of the girl. As long as they got numbers, that's all that matters to them. So I'm gonna rank the volume shooter at, it's good game, but I feel like the ROI on it is pretty low because you have to go out and put in so much effort and talk to so many girls just to be able to like bag a few. I would rather be the guy who improves all of the other aspects, like your looks, your money, and like just the stuff that we're going to talk about later, so that you don't necessarily have to shoot so much volume just to be able to land some. Because most of these volume guys, like, they really have to rely on the numbers because they can't necessarily get the highest quality girls that they want. So I'm gonna put it at good game. Now obviously, guys, all of these categories of men, they're not mutually exclusive, right? So you could be the volume shooter and the mysterious guy at the same time. It doesn't necessarily have to be one, but I'm just ranking each one based on its individual value. So next up, we have the mysterious guy. This is the guy who'll be texting a girl and then disappear for a few days, and like, she doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. The girl doesn't even know the guy's name, probably. She doesn't know where the guy works. Everything about him is a mystery. The problem is, a lot of the times the mysterious guy, he's actually kind of fucking faking it. Because let's be real, bro, most of us men, we're not mysterious. Like yeah, we act mysterious, we don't reply, but we're fucking jerking off in our rooms at the end of the day. Like, let's be honest, okay? So unless you actually live like Bruce Wayne, it's pretty inauthentic. And if you're too mysterious and too distant, the girl's gonna get bored and she's just gonna find somebody who she can get to know. So mystery's a great thing, but I'll also put it at good game. It depends on how you run it. It's a very high level tactic. If you're pretending to be mysterious but you're not doing shit with your life, it's not the best game. Next up, we have the aura merchant. Now this guy is not particularly good at anything, right? His mouthpiece is alright. He doesn't fucking have the best looks. He's not always the tallest, but for some reason this guy just has so much aura that when he walks in the room, everybody fucking notices this guy. Everybody looks at him like, yo, this guy's presence is so overwhelming. Maybe not to the guys, but the girls just somehow fuck with this guy, okay? Like, the girls just notice him and all the other guys are like, what the fuck is it about this dude? Like, why is he pulling all these girls? It's just his aura, bro. His aura is literally carrying him. He has nothing else going on for him except the fact that he has aura. Where does this aura come from? It could be from birth. It could be from the way he carries himself. I don't fucking know, but this guy just has so much aura that it literally carries his whole persona. So I'm going to put the aura merchant at good game as well. The reason it's not higher is because some girls may actually be intimidated by a guy who has so much aura, and they'll be scared to like interact with you and open up with you and shit. Next up, we have the funny guy. This one instantly goes at certified Rizzler, guys. Like, the funny dude, no matter who he is, it doesn't matter if he's not the best looking. If you can make her laugh and jiggle, you can make those cheeks clap and jiggle, as they say, right? So if you're funny, if you can make her laugh, if you can engage her emotions with the way you talk, with the jokes you make, this is really gonna set you up to pull a lot of girls. And obviously there's gonna be a black pillar watching this video that says, you're only funny if she finds you attractive, bro. That's true, I'm not gonna lie. If you're an attractive guy, she's gonna find you funny by default. But if you're genuinely like actually funny, then your attractiveness goes up as well. So they're both correlated with each other. So being funny is a fucking hack. I mean, most guys just don't know how to be funny around women. And the way you do this is by being yourself and just making jokes that you find funny. And the thing about women is if other people laugh at them, like if your boys laugh at your jokes, she's just going to naturally laugh at your jokes. But if people start finding your jokes offensive, she's going to find it offensive because women think like everyone else in the room. So making a girl laugh is a huge way to bypass her looks, height, status, or whatever the fuck they say they want on paper. If you're a funny guy, you can bypass all of her bullshit criteria and you can actually, get in there with her. All right, next up, we have the niche maxer. Now, this guy is the type of person who can only rizz one specific category of women, right? So let's say this guy's like really smart and he's an academic kind of guy and like he reads a lot of books and he's good at school. This guy can only pull bitches at the library. This guy can only pull bitches if she wears glasses and she reads fucking Harry Potter. Like this guy can only rizz one specific type of girl because they have a common interest. For example, if a guy's a tattoo artist, he can only pull bitches who like getting tattoos. I would say being the niche maxer isn't the best game because you ideally want to be the type of person who thrives in every environment, right? Like you don't want to be limited by where you are or the specific niche or interest that you're in. Like, bro, there's so many types of girls out there. You want to be able to be well-rounded and attract a variety of them. So I'm going to put the niche maxer at questionable game. Like, I'm not saying these guys don't pull. They definitely do. But there's absolutely better ways to do it. There's better strategies to adopt. Now, like, the thing is, you can't change who you are, right? So if you're naturally a niche maxer, just fucking go for it. Like, whatever works for you, works for you. I'm not saying that you have to change your personality and be someone you're not just to pull girls. You can't really change yourself. Your subconscious tendencies are always going to get out. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. We have the texter. This is the guy who sucks with women in real life. He cannot hold a conversation for dear life, but on text, this guy is the funniest. Like, he's making her laugh. And if you were to read a text message between these two, you'd be like, oh, she 100% wants this guy. Like, she's all over him. But then when they link in real life, it's never the same energy. So unfortunately, the texter, I'm gonna say you're cooked, bro. Like, I would rather be the guy who's good IRL but sucks on text than the guy who's actually good on text. Because every friend I've had who's been really good at texting chicks, they never link up. Like, he'll be texting the girl for 6 months, 7 months, but then they never end up meeting up because she's like, well, okay, he's the best version of this guy is on text. Why the fuck would I link him in real life? So unfortunately, you're cooked if you're a texter. The pretty boy. I fucking hate these guys, bro. Like, I despise them with a passion. Maybe I'm just coping because these guys actually like get a lot of girls. But bro, you know that like TikTok boy look? I'm gonna put a picture up on the screen. Those guys who look like fucking TikTok stars with the long hair and the beautiful fucking lips, like, pause, no homo, but like, these guys just piss me off, bro. It's something about them. Like, every time I see one in public, I just get violent tendencies for some reason. But hey man, the pretty boy, I'm not gonna knock them down because these guys actually pull a lot, but their looks literally carry the fuck out of them. And they only pull girls who are like younger, right? So no girl above the age of 25 is fucking with a pretty boy. That's the thing. So eventually those guys are gonna have an expiration date. I'm gonna put the pretty boy at peak game, bro. I have to do it. I hate to do it, but I have to do it. Next up, we have the casual guy. Now, I'm going to put this at certified rizzler because the casual guy always wins with chicks, okay? Some of you guys are way too serious with these girls. You take them so seriously. You want to date them. You want things to be official. You're so rigid. The casual guy, if it's not casual, he's not doing it. These guys are the type to always keep things surface level with women. They never go too deep. They're always playful. They're always having fun. They're never making the girl feel like she's trapped. And I personally do this. I always take a casual approach with girls because casual lowers their anxiety. Casual is good. Serious is bad. Next up, we have Gigachad. Now, this is just the masculine archetype of a man, right? So you have buff, you have tall, you have good jawline, good facial features. This is mainly a looks thing. You know, you have like peak genetics. As opposed to the pretty boy, these guys are actually men. Gigachads are going to appeal to older women, especially if the guy has his shit together and has his finances in order. So I'm going to put Gigachad at certified rizzler as well. Next, we have the lifestyle baiter, and this is just the guy who posts a really cool lifestyle on social media. He's always doing cool things like traveling, jet skiing, fucking skydiving, all of that cool shit. He's always at fucking hotels. He's always by the pool in the morning. This guy just lives a really cool lifestyle. And of course, women love a guy who lives a good lifestyle because it shows that you have an abundance of money and an abundance of wealth. These guys will just dangle their lifestyle like a carrot in front of a donkey, and the women always take the bait. So I'm not gonna, bash this game. Only problem is the woman doesn't really want you for you authentically. She kind of just wants you for your lifestyle and the money that you have. So I'm gonna put it at questionable game, I don't know if flaunting your lifestyle and your success is the best way to get women. Sure, it does, but the question you have to ask yourself is, are you getting the right types of chicks? Are you getting the types of chicks that are gonna leave you the second you lose all that money, or the second you go through anything? Or the second you say, hey, like, can we stay in and watch Netflix? She's like, what the fuck? I thought we were gonna go to like this fancy restaurant. Or like, I thought we were gonna travel to the Bahamas. Like, these guys are gonna attract the most demanding and obnoxious women. So questionable game. Now, usually at this point in the video, people's attention spans start going down and they start fucking losing focus. So I'm gonna put some Subway Surfers on the top right for like the next 5 seconds just to get your fucking attention span back, and then we're gonna continue with the video. Alright, now we have Mr. Nonchalant. And honestly, bro, I feel like this type of Rizzler is really overrated because people will see him and say, yo, this guy pulls, bro. This guy's smooth. This guy has game. But I feel like funny, loud guys who talk a lot pull more than the nonchalant, quiet guy. Like, the guy who's always talking to girls like this? Yeah, so like, what are you doing tomorrow? Oh, shit, for real? Oh, yeah. Like, trying to act all stoic and shit. Dude, usually with these guys, it's an act. Now, some guys are naturally nonchalant, but these guys are usually just fucking hiding their emotions. They're probably nervous as shit, and they're just trying to play it off and play it cool. Like, a fucking tsunami can hit, and if the guy's with a girl he likes, he'll be like, oh shit, so like, you trying to evacuate? I'll put it in good game, It's not terrible, but it's like, stop trying to, if you're not really nonchalant, stop trying to be nonchalant. Next up, we have the athlete. This is peak game, guys. All you have to do is be an athlete in high school or college, and it doesn't matter if you're not the best looking. It doesn't matter if you're not the tallest, but I mean, if you are an athlete, you're probably gonna have the best genetics, right? So you probably are gonna be good looking and tall. These guys pull so much, okay? Because they have the situational status of high school and they have the situational status of college. These guys are pre-selected by nature because they're in the team, right? All the girls want them. Everyone's going to watch their games. The athletes always pull, and that's going to be the case forever. So if you guys are in high school or college and you think you have a good shot at being an athlete and you're trying to get some bitches, just join the fucking basketball team or some shit. Now, me personally, I've never been an athletic type, like I do martial arts and shit, but that's different. I'm talking about like high school and college type sports. So next up, the lover boy. I'm gonna put this at cooked because the thing about the lover boy is, yes, he can get girls and he can like engage their emotions and stuff, but he just eventually turns out to be so simpy that the girl just loses all respect and interest for this guy. Like, this is the guy who will send her paragraphs at 3 a.m. This is the guy who'll stay on call with her for 3 hours of the day. This is the guy who'll cry in front of her and tell her how much he loves her and shit. And we all know how this ends, man. Like, I hate to put it there, but we all know how this ends. It never ends well. So if you're the lover boy, please, bro, please try to play the game a little differently, bro. I don't want you to get hurt. Next up, the honest guy. This is the guy who doesn't lie to women about anything. He's he'll approach a girl and he'll be like, yeah, I just thought you were beautiful and I'd like your number. Like, he's very direct. He's very honest. He doesn't play these games like trying to be indirect or trying to be mysterious or anything. He's just honest. And I'm gonna put this at questionable game because listen, bro, if you're trying to date, then yes, the honest guy is certified or whatever. But if you're strictly trying to casually date, which I don't recommend, but we're talking about game here, right? So I'm talking about holistic game. You don't want to be honest. This sounds so fucked up, man. Next up, the clout leverager. This guy has nothing going for him except clout, okay? This guy has like 1 million followers on Instagram, or he's a celebrity, or he's a famous YouTuber or whatever, and all he has to do to get girls is just leverage the fact that he's famous. It is at the top of certified Rizzler by far, because people who leverage their clout understand female nature, okay? There is nothing more seductive to a woman than fame, status, attention, and clout. And if you're a guy who has millions of followers, this trumps pretty much everything else on the list, okay? Including being an athlete and including being a good-looking and tall person. Yes, I said it, Black Pillars. Fame is the great equalizer when it comes to women, okay? If you're famous, you're set for life. You don't even have to try to get chicks. They will literally fall onto your lap. You can fucking make them wait in a line and sign applications to see you and sign non-disclosure agreements, and they'll still do it. That's how fucking powerful fame is, okay? Next up, the flawed guy. This guy's either an addict or has some serious mental trauma and issues. This is the type of person who's addicted to fucking drugs and, has a criminal record and shit. I don't know why, bro. This guy is actually at peak game for sure, because women love a flawed guy, okay? They just love a guy who they can fix. They see you as like a problem that they can fix, because they can't fix other problems. They're not going to fix your fucking plumbing issues. They're not going to fix your power outage. So the best thing they can do is fix a flawed human being, which I respect. Next up, we have Mr. Perfect, and I'm going to put this at cooked, because even though on paper, this guy is literally perfect. He's nice to women. He makes a lot of money. He's attractive and tall. If you're too perfect, they actually leave you. Like, there's this one football player whose wife literally left him because he was too perfect. And to women, perfect equals boring. So you can never be perfect. Even if you are perfect, hide it. Like, act like you're a fucked up person, because these girls will literally leave you if you're too perfect. Next, the charismatic guy. This guy has the best mouthpiece. He knows how to make a woman feel the right emotions. He knows how to talk to her. The problem is, the guy who's very charismatic and who can create these emotional highs doesn't typically do well with long-term relationships. Like, these guys usually have bright flames that burn out very quickly. You know, they create a lot of passion and romance and interest in the woman, but then, like, once they sleep with her a couple times, it just dies down and they either move on to the next chick or the relationship just fizzles out for some reason. So I'm gonna put this at good game. Next, the toxic manipulator. Look, I don't recommend this approach. I do not recommend being this type of guy, but I have to be honest, it's a peak game maneuver. These women love the toxic manipulator. They say they hate him. How many girls have you said, oh, my ex is so toxic? Oh, that makes sense. That's why you dated him in the first place. Like, women love toxic guys, even though sometimes it ends very badly. They still can't help it. And a lot of them actually stay with the guy because he feeds their emotions and he gives them the roller coaster that they're craving. And sometimes the manipulator is so good that she doesn't even recognize that he's manipulating her. Next, we have the one-trick pony. This is the guy who's only pulled one chick in his life and he's somehow still with her. Like, they've broken up 4 or 5 times. And this is literally the only girl he can pull. Like, he will never be able to pull another girl in his life. He lucked out on this one girl, but she's so obsessed with him that he doesn't really need or want to talk to other girls. Unfortunately, you know, this one's cooked. Not my personal cup of tea, but if you want to be a one-trick pony, be my guest. Next, we have the deep guy. This is the guy who makes everything deep. Like, he'll look at a girl and say, you have your mother's eyes. Or he will spend like 2 hours having a philosophy discussion with a girl. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of used to be this guy. Like, I used to think women liked being intellectually stimulated until I realized you have to literally look at them like they're fucking kids and just talk about surface level shit that engages their emotions and is exciting and fun. Like, you can never go too deep into philosophy, physics, and science with a chick, bro. That's the fastest way you're gonna turn her off. So unfortunately, the deep guy, you're too smart for your own good. I'm not gonna lie. Cooked. Next up, we have White Knight, aka Captain Save Them Hoes. I don't like this guy at all. None of us like this guy, okay? He thinks that by stepping in and defending a girl who's in an argument or acting like a male feminist, that she's gonna give him pussy, but this guy just never pulls. This guy is so cooked, bro. Please, if you're a white knight, please don't be a white knight, okay? Don't think that by standing up for a girl or saving her or acting like fucking Superman that she's gonna hop on your dick. Next, we have the drunk wizard. This is the guy who can only pull when he's drunk. This guy's also pretty cooked. Like, if you can only get girls when you're intoxicated, or you only feel a sense of confidence when you're intoxicated, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, you need to have confidence in all situations, okay? If you need a drink in you, that's a limiting belief, and it's a limiting factor that'll get you nowhere, because it's pretty fucking unhealthy and degenerate. So next up, the ambition merchant. Now, when women say they're attracted to ambition, what they actually mean is, I'm attracted to a guy who has the potential to make a lot of money so he can give me some of it. Like, what they're basically saying is, I want a guy who can provide for me. They don't actually care about your dreams and your ambitions for you. They care about your dreams and your ambitions for her. So if they notice that a guy is super ambitious and is always busy and working on projects, this is also going to work to his advantage. So I'll put it at peak game as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been your boy YBC2 Cold. If you want another tier list, let me know. This was basically the 1K special, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.